William Duke was a very significant artist in the 1840s in Hobart Town. He was a scenery painter at the Theatre Royal, but he specialised in seafaring and especially whaling scenes. And he also did these lithographs based on the same themes. There are 4 of them. We only have 2 of them in the Crowther collection, but they are very, very significant pieces of Tasmanian, not only art history, but also of the history of whaling and industry generally in Van Diemen's Land. Sir William Crowther, wasn't Sir then, he was Colonel Crowther, served with distinction in the First World War, first at Gallipoli as a medical officer and eventually as the commander of a military hospital, Australian military hospital in France. And under his command he had Australian war artists, including Will Longstaff, who painted this painting. Longstaff actually called it Querrieux, it should be called Querrieux, which was the location of the hospital, the 5th Australian Field Ambulance. And this is one of several works by Longstaff that are in the Crowther collection. Crowther brought these back with him from France, and also the works of several other artists, both Australian artists and also French artists. Among the many works that Crowther brought back to Hobart after his service in the First World War were a number of prints by a French artist called Marcel Auguy. When we started digitising the images in our collections and putting them on the web, online, in the late 1990s, we started getting emails about Marcel Auguy and the prints that we had digitised from people all over the world, no one in Australia, but from all over the world, wanting to know more about Marcel Auguy and what we had and what we could tell them. And it was very little indeed that we could tell them, but it brought to us a greater appreciation of just what we've got in the Crowther collection, and eventually we found a couple more works by Marcel Auguy that had not been properly catalogued, but we were then able to identify.